So a little bit of an update on the arm training. I have been going heavy on the incline curls. I've been going up in weight like every single week. So the heaviest I worked up to was 5 sets of 5 with the 55-pound dumbbells. Going that heavy, since I'm using such high frequency and high volume, was kind of giving me a little bit of tendon pain in my left bicep. So I've lowered the weight and just made the angle a little steeper, as you can see here. I'll actually drop to the 30-degree incline as well, but I was using 40 pounds here and 42.5 pounds. Another thing I did was I threw on the blue fat grips just to make the lift a little bit harder. So pretty much by lowering the incline and throwing on the blue fat grips, I can get a lot more out of less weight. I can still get the mechanical tension and stress on the muscle that I want without having to load up such heavy amount of weight, because that will eventually take a toll on your tendons if you're not getting the proper rest and recovery. Now, if you're only training your arms like once or twice a week, that's probably completely irrelevant and you'll be fine. But since I'm training them crazy volume, like 3, 4, sometimes higher amounts per week, I am having to mix up the movements a little bit. And like I'm showing you here, lowering the weight. Mainly just been doing overhead extensions for my triceps, just any sort of overhead extension variation you can think of. I mainly use the cables. I want to get like a cheap easy bar so I can do skull crushers and overhead extensions with these like 1-inch weights. Haven't found one that I really want yet, but I may end up doing that. But I really like how the cable feels, so I might just continue doing it on the cable. The other day, I don't normally do push downs, but the other day I did some like long rope push downs just to mix it up a little bit, give my elbows a break. I do notice I get a much crazier pump from that movement. Now, the pump, there's debate whether that's indicative of muscle growth or not. I think it can be helpful. Some camps completely hate on it, while others completely say it's, the best thing ever. I think the truth's probably somewhere in the middle. It's definitely not going to hurt you to get a pump, but it's also not going to be the main driver of growth. That is obviously progressive overload.